Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Three Mouseketeers, the sibling podcast that understands your Disney addiction. I'm Jared,
I'm Amanda.
I'm Emily.
and apparently I am having issues tonight, so I'm sorry about all the glitching and all the issues that you're going to see in this live stream. I can't help it. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything I can, and it is not working. So, yeah, we're going to have a really fun time this episode.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Maybe a short, sweet episode tonight.
It really might be short and sweet, but you guys can hear me okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and get into what we were going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Disney Genie services that was just announced not long ago, and kind of the ins and outs of what it is and what you can expect. I have done a little bit of research on it. I've spent a little bit too much time trying to get everything to work as of right now to really know everything about it, but
well, there's still a lot unknown about it.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
It's just teasers basically at this point.
Yeah, at this point. But I mean, we do have a little bit of information, don't we?
Oh yeah.
A little bit, but it's not full information. So whatever we tell you tonight could change by tomorrow, actually. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just know what Disney's released so far about it.
Right.
Yes. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about it. Amanda, Emily, did you guys do any kind of research on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because this is part of my job. So I have to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
most definitely.
That's why you hire a travel agent, especially when you're going to Disney, because you want them to know what they're doing and all the ins and outs of all the new technology that Disney's bringing on. So, yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely. So I guess one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about first off is that it's going to be kind of like a companion app to the My Disney Experience. Is that right?
It's actually built into the My Disney Experience app. So it's part of the app.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Right. It's not something extra that you're getting. It's all built into one. But it's just updating My Disney Experience, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then adding more like new features that we haven't seen before.
Right.
But it does seem like a lot of it is actually stuff that you can do with the My Disney Experience app already.
No, not really. It's different.
There's some stuff like it talks about that you'll see updated wait times, but something that is new with that part of it, because you can already see wait times through My Disney Experience, but I also saw that it will try to predict future wait times as well, which is pretty cool.
Right. So it'll tell you, it's almost like a planner where it'll tell you, oh, this is the time you should go to whatever ride. So Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It'll say, this is the best time for you to go to that ride. And you get to go in and choose what you're interested in. So you could say, oh, I have children 2 to 6, and it'll tell you what rides that you should plan to go to that are for children 2 to 6, or you can put in that you love thrill rides, and so it'll tell you, you know, when to go to certain thrill rides, and it'll kind of make your experience, the whole point is to customize your experience and making it as tailored to you as possible.
Yeah.
Is what they're going for.
Yeah, something I read said that their goal is to like maximize your park time so that you can like enjoy it more and have more fun. So I think it's all about saving time or like using your time in the most efficient way possible while you're there.
Right.
Which I'm all about that.
Yeah. And there seems to be like 3 different levels almost of the Genie. So there's the standard Genie that's free to everybody. And then you have the Genie Plus, which is where the paid Fastpass basically comes in. It's very similar, I think, to what MaxPass was at Disneyland, this part. So you pay $15 per person per day, and then you basically can get fast passes for that day. But you can't schedule them ahead of time. You can only schedule them that day, starting at 7 a.m. if you're staying in a Disney hotel at 7 a.m. that morning.
And it's
And
only
you can
one at
only
a
get
time, correct?
one at a
That's
time.
what I was going
Right.
to say too. So you have to like book whatever you want to go to first, I guess. And then as soon as you finish riding that, is that when you are able to make your next reservation? Is that how that will work?
That is what I'm understanding right now, which is a little bit different than MaxPass. But still.
Yeah, and you know something else I noticed? As of right now, they say that it's $15 per ticket per day at Disney World, but it's 20 at Disneyland, which is weird.
Right. And I saw something that was saying that at Disneyland, it was already priced at $20 for MaxPass. And that's why they decided to keep it what it was. Plus, it's a lot smaller park, and vacations there are usually not as long. So they thought it was more reasonable to charge a little more there. Whereas at Disney World, you're usually going for longer. And so they didn't want to price everybody out of it by charging too much.
I guess I could see that.
Right. So,
And then what I was wondering, and I don't know if we know this 100%, I guess we do. So, like, say I was going to like Hollywood Studios one of the days and I only wanted this for the day that I go to Hollywood Studios. Could I do that and exclude it from the rest of my trip and only pick that day?
I believe so, but do not hold me to that. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything official yet, but the way it
Right.
was worded made me think that that was what would happen.
Yeah, me too.
I would
but-
assume so.
It also works for multiple parks. So if you have a park hopper and you wanted to do all 4 parks in one day, you could get this and use it in every park. So it's kind of nice. And you could even be in Hollywood Studios and you're going to Epcot next. So you can get on, if you don't have any other rides scheduled, you can say, okay, what's available at Epcot, and go there next. So it's not just one park.
Yeah,
It's all the parks, which is nice.
that is
So
nice.
you can get on one ride it, hop over to the next park. While you're in transit, you can actually book your next attraction,
Right.
which is pretty nice.
Right. As long as you're within your park hopper hours. So as of
Yes.
right now, it's 2:00. So you couldn't do it before that. But it's also something where if it's past 2:00, then you can look and say, okay, what do we have available still? And you could choose possibly what park you're going to based on what availability there is.
Yeah. Yeah. I have mixed emotions about this whole thing, like this tier of the Disney Genie specifically. It's better than what I thought was coming because I was worried that what was coming was paid fast passes per ride.
Right.
So this is better than what I was expecting, but obviously it's different and now you have to pay. So it is like, mixed
Still,
feelings.
Right. I agree. And a lot of people really liked MaxPass though. So in some ways, I'm kind of glad that we're getting something similar to that and not something crazier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, well, for me specifically, I would do maybe not for every park day, but for certain park days, like I said, like maybe like Hollywood Studios, that I know that wait times can get crazy for those bigger attractions. I could see myself doing something like this, but then at the same time, it's just me and my husband, whereas that's not that expensive. But if you have 2, 3, 4 kids, it gets more expensive.
Right.
So,
Yep. And then also they have the upper tier, the Lightning Pass, which is totally different. And it's an actual expense on top of the Genie Plus. So that's specific rides and we don't know how much those rides are going to cost. But I've seen speculation. Obviously, it's just speculation at this point that it could be between $5 and $50 per person to do that.
Yeah.
For things that you just really want to ride that you couldn't get, like Rise of the Resistance. I'm assuming probably Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is probably going to be the same thing. They'll have a virtual queue for them. And if you don't get in the virtual queue, then you'll have the option to buy the Lightning Pass, is kind of what my understanding is. Now, I don't know if that's going to be for all the rides that they have Lightning Pass for, but at least for Rise of the Resistance, that's what I'm understanding it's going to have.
Yeah, and it said, I have the article in front of me actually from Disney Parks, but it said that this is for 2 highly demanded attractions, or up to 2, so you could do like 1 or 2. And then it actually gave the example of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which, I mean,
Not
I
surprising.
guess, yeah, I could see that. But yeah, so they actually put a number on it, but they're not saying how much it costs yet, like Amanda said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this is all early on. It's all kind of leaked a little bit, but I mean, obviously, it's an official release for kind of like a teaser, but there's still so much information that's going to have to come out to really get a full understanding of what's really going on and what you can do with it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hit or miss. I think that we're going to be really excited, or we're going to be pretty bummed.
I think Disney may be a little surprised by how much this has blown up. I don't think they realized how upset people were going to be at this.
Are people upset? See, y'all know I don't have social media anymore, so I don't see these things.
Yes. Apparently the YouTube video that Disney put out about the Genie app has like 70% dislikes on it. So
oh no.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So speaking of, let's go ahead and watch it.
Really?
So yeah, let's go ahead and watch it.
Excited to introduce Disney Genie service coming this fall to Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort. Built right into our existing mobile apps, this complimentary new digital service will help you create your best Disney day. Disney Genie is your expert in itinerary planning, designed to make personalized recommendations for you, helping save time so you can have more fun from morning to night. Start by telling Disney Genie your wishes for your time at Disney. Do you love princesses, stormtroopers, turkey legs, all of the above? Disney Genie will easily create your best Disney day with your preferences in mind. Itineraries update continually as the day progresses, so you can better go with the flow. Disney Genie does the work so that you can stay focused on pure fun. View your favorites in one place on your tipboard, taking the guesswork out of what's next. Disney Genie can help you predict when you might experience quicker access to attractions, so you can spend less time waiting in line. Dining reservations, restaurant wait lists, and mobile order service have never been simpler than with Disney Genie. Check in right from your phone, and you'll be taking your first bite before you can say, Mickey Mouse. Have a question? Ask about the resort from anywhere in the parks. Want to make the absolute most of your time? Purchase Disney Genie Plus service with your ticket to use our new Lightning Lane entrance at a variety of attractions. You'll save time in line as you make one available selection at a time throughout the day. You can also individually purchase a time to arrive at 1 or 2 specific attractions each day using the Lightning Lane entrance, offered in addition to our standby and virtual queues. Both options are easy and simple with same-day planning for attractions and integrate right into all your other plans in your Disney Genie itinerary. Also part of Disney Genie Plus, enjoy audio experiences tailored to specific locations throughout our magical lands. And capture memories in new ways with Disney Photopass. With unlimited downloads from the day you're visiting at Disneyland Resort, or innovative new augmented reality photo lenses if you're visiting Walt Disney World Resort. Live in the moment, enjoy the magic, rule your park day. Disney Genie and Disney Genie Plus services will help you make magical memories sure to last a lifetime. Your adventure is your choice, and it's just a wish away. Disney Genie, you've never had a friend like this.
Okay, so that was it. I don't know what is going on with our live stream. I'm telling you, it has been a complete nightmare all night for tech issues. I really don't know what's going on. I've been focusing on this, so I'm hoping you guys were watching the YouTube video because I was trying to figure out why it keeps doing this. Anyway, so what's your opinion on this?
Honestly, there's a lot of things about this that I think are really, really neat. Like, I like the updated wait time stuff, like I already touched on. I think it's cool that they're going to predict. I think it's really cool that they're going to predict. I just feel like we're at like a disco.
We're at something. I don't know what it is, but we're at something.
But yeah, I think it's cool they're going to predict wait times. I also really like the feature about, like, they use the example asking the app, like, how late the monorail runs. Like, I think it's really cool that you can connect and, like, chat one-on-one with a cast member or whatever while you're in the park. Because, like, if you're standing in line, I mean, it's easy to go up and, like, find a cast member. But if you're standing in line for a ride, maybe for, like, an hour or so, and you're like, I wonder this question, you can just ask it right then. I think that that's awesome. I think the thing that people are having the problems with are not those things. I think it's the change to the Fastpass, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And it's just, you know, everyone complains about change. And then especially whenever the change comes with an additional cost.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Disney already charges a premium price, and you had this included before. So now that there's the extra price on top of the premium price, it feels like they're nickel and diming for everything.
Yes.
And I can understand people's concern with that.
I agree. I also understand that.
I do like that it seems more flexible than the old Fastpass system was. I preferred the original Fastpass system than the Fastpass Plus, because planning your 3 rides 3 months in advance is a lot. It's ridiculous. And then you can't just go with the flow. You know, you're like, oh, this line is short, let's go get in that line. You can't do that. You couldn't do that with Fastpass Plus. Because you're like, oh no, I have a Fastpass in 30 minutes, so I can't do that.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that I do like about this, is that it lets you live more in the moment.
Right.
So, I personally, I don't see myself paying for the Lightning Pass, but I could see myself for select days doing the Genie Plus.
Right. And I can understand, like, possibly for Tron or Remy's, because it's a new ride.
Yeah.
And if you aren't able to get a pass for it, then you're like, I really want to ride that ride. Or for people who may only go one time to Disney World and there's certain things that they really want to ride, I can see doing it then. But for people like myself who go often, DVC member, you know, or an annual pass holder, you may not want to do either of those things.
Yeah.
So I am concerned about paying for Genie Plus and then not being able to use it.
Right. I could see that too.
Because there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything at all.
This is true. Yeah, and I was kind of wondering, like, how far in advance you would have to pay for and reserve or book or whatever the Genie Plus and the Lightning as well. Like, I was wondering if like you go to the park and maybe you have the Genie Plus, but then you see like there's no way I'm getting on Tron. Do you think in that moment you could still have a chance of doing the Lightning and possibly reserving a time for Tron?
Possibly. I think all of it's same day.
Yeah.
So it just depends. I would think that probably the popular rides, which they're all going to be popular, they may
gonna
book up fast.
Yeah.
So it may be something that you try to get in a virtual queue, and as soon as that's done, you go right over and you pay for the Lightning Pass. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of unknowns still.
Right.
I would also like to say that for anyone who's watching right now, if this is like way too distracting for you and you just feel like you can't keep watching us right now, we do upload these onto our podcast, so you don't have to see this. So it wouldn't be next Thursday, but it would be the Thursday after that. And so I just wanted to put that out there, like if you're interested in the rest of this but don't want to keep watching this.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So again, I have no idea why it's even doing this. I've tried multiple things on my end to stop it. It will not stop. So I'm actually going to say we cut this completely short because this is going to show up on all of our streams. So this is the feed that we're going to get no matter what. So I don't know what's happening. I'm going to have to contact StreamYard themselves and tell them what happened and figure out why it's doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is not our best episode, but hey, it's an episode. So
It's an episode.
it's an episode. We're really interested in finding out more, obviously, about the Genie services and the Genie Plus and the Lightning lanes and all that. So I'm sure everybody else is really interested in that as well. So hopefully whenever they introduce more information into the world, we can actually put those up on our social media. I know that it's not going to show it as of right now, but you can see all of our stuff at T3M Podcast on all social media platforms. That's T, the number 3M Podcast. You can also reach us at t3mpodcast@gmail.com if you want to email us. But yes, because we're having so many issues, I think we just go ahead and call it tonight. This was not the best live stream, so sorry about that. Sorry about the tech issues. But I guess we had fun. It was an experience.
This is a prelude to what Genie's going to be.
No,
no.
Don't say that.
Oh no.
Have you used my Disney experience before?
I have, and I'm hoping with the Genie comes updates, glitch fixes, and
Fingers
all
crossed.
of that.
Fingers crossed. But okay. Final words? Anybody have anything else to say?
This was fun. Join us for our podcast next week.
There's never a dull moment.
Nope, not a dull moment. All right, well, let's go ahead and cut it there.
Okay, have a zippity-doo-dah day.
See you real soon.